as we said, grip-wise, a little bit of a tweak, and there will be some playing about with this to sort of find a position that's comfortable, one that can create power. That's going to happen anyway if you're not a short hitter, and we can return the club back to the ball square. Okay. Now we need to make sure we return the golf club back to the ball square with your club coming at a better angle. If you get too steep, okay, you need a stronger grip to compensate for that angle. Okay, but we said 2 wrongs making a right, never going to work consistently. We'll get it right on some occasions, but what you'll find with the distance you at the golf ball, if you're trying to go in that direction, if you're too steep, it might go over there somewhere, and the grip works this way, and then of course you've got a massive gap between the 2 shots. You're struggling, where do I aim? I'm going to shape it 30 yards left to right both ways. It's a big dispersion in it. Okay, so this is your left-hand swing now. This is you a 4 to the backswing. Very, very good. This is your sort of, go back there. This is the downswing now, a little bit steeper those beginnings. It's hard to sort of see angles there, but the club looks quite long for me, okay? As you're coming in and out, all gets quite stuck and quite trapped. Hands have to sort of flick and scoop. All looks a bit sort of scoopy and tucked up here. Not much room and space there. I'm trying to save it basically because that steepness of angle is going to create the club being open. Your left hand grip creates the ball to go to the left. This elbow sort of defends the golf ball, and as you said, you felt you were pushing it to the right today. That kind of was working, that feeling out this way where you're pushing it. That left arm quite high there with the left arm and left elbow. There's that anti-left movement you have, okay? So in terms of your practice, okay, set up on the mat. I mean, grip-wise, you can see now, if we sort of go back to set up there in terms of 2 grips, you can see a difference there in the 2 hands yet. That's much more kind of natural, neutral hang where you're out. I mean, you haven't got to jump on covering your elbow, obviously, but just where your left elbow sort of hang in there, it looks a more natural hang there for your shoulders and the hands to hold the club. So when you're practicing your swing, you're going to go back and you're going to feel that movement there. That's the move we're trying to make. Okay, so everything's going to fold up nicely, left elbow's down, okay? Top of the backswing, feel that wall, feel the arms sort of coming back down. See the club looks a bit shorter. It's obviously with the golf club there, it looks longer than if it does look there. Just perception of what the club looks like. Okay, so as you bring the golf club back in the goal with a better angle, we can now keep this width. Everything can just sort of fold up naturally here. Nice release of the golf ball here. Now arms and club working together. Okay, arms dropping down. Good release of impact. Okay, now if we actually then extend that to the swing, okay, we'll sort of compare these 2 bit by bit. Okay, so backswing length. Okay. Bit shorter, but personally that to me on the right is a much better movement. You look more solid and the length of backswing is more under control. This one now coming down still with that long looking club all tucked up to impact here. This one now as you're dropping down, club looks shorter, coming to impact here now. Okay, good release of the club. Look at your arms. I mean, that left arm's so much better there, just extending everything through there to impact. Fold up nicely. And yeah, it's a bit of a sort of contorted Fleetwood-like follow-through. But part of the reason why Fleetwood finishes there, he said, well, there's nothing more to do after that. Once I've got there, I've done it. Now, I'm not suggesting you finish a swing there. Potentially, you're going to want to finish it round there, because that's where you're used to going. But there'll be shots you're going to play on the golf course. Maybe not a full swing. I got, what was it, 7 or 8 iron? Hit your 7, swing to that position. Just knock the flight down, bring it down a bit shorter distance, okay? Control on the distance, control the trajectory kind of thing. But the more you can work on that kind of movement through impact here, just a much fuller swing. Your hand and arms are the same. Just doing that there and seeing that movement to impact there is very, very good movement there. All looks nice and sort of wide and connected and extended, okay? Whereas this move here now, all looks a bit kind of like, I've got no space. My arms, it all looks very just tucked up and a bit cramped and just nowhere to go. And that's going to cause that ball to go left. So what you had to then do today, as you said you played, you felt like you were pushing the ball out to the right, okay? So what I would say when you're on the golf course, almost if needs be when you finish a game of golf, just put some notes. Even if you play really well, you might shoot 75. Don't care. Put some notes. Okay, I felt like I was doing this today. I was pulling it or pushing it. What did you feel like? So you can start sort of keeping a log of your feelings on the golf course and what your swing feels like. Maybe when you're playing really well, you can put something into position. And okay, right. If I feel like I'm pushing out there, but I was fighting that hook. You know, and you feel great today. Okay, I score well because my short game was good. Great, but what's the feeling you've had? Okay, that pushing is your elbow kind of doing this. And it's sort of lent up, okay, and then you sort of just stuck, and it's a very sort of cramped way of playing. Like I say, when you did some swings of this length, although they were shorter in terms of backswing, and in some ways more contorted in terms of length of swing there, it was like 160 when the shots went there, because you struck it better. It was a much better strike there. Your movement through impact there now, much more solid, with there's a gap between your knees there, and release through to a good finish, okay? So grip-wise, play about with that little bit of movement there. Okay, try one, get comfortable sort of in between, and send maybe 5-10 shots, see how it feels. If they're all going one way or the other, you can play about with it weaker or stronger. Ideally, you're going to get a little weaker than where you were. But I don't want to be uber. I'd rather be slightly strong than slightly weak if I was going to go on one side of the spectrum. Okay, but you were really strong, so you've got to just weaken up a little bit. Okay, and then maybe practice some of those wall drills. Get that feel that club dropping down as it comes back into it. But when that club drops, it can square the club face up so much better. And that's the reason why then when the grip's strong, it hooks it way left. Because the club's like a good angle, the strong grip then is the fault. There's no steepness to compensate for that. Goes way left. Okay? If you start thinning a few, your angle, if you're getting a bit shallower, will encourage that slightly. So a bit of practice or finding the ground. But does that kind of make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yep.
Good. Okay, mate. Right.